Hey, it's been a while. Alright, so today I kind of just wanted to do a little discussion. I'm going to be playing a little bit of Storm. I haven't played this in a while. Just a little discussion on Storm Revolutions, the upcoming Naruto game for the PS3 and Xbox 360. And I guess a little bit of like expectations of like kind of what I want to see. And at the same time what I think it's going to be in a world. Just, talk about the game in general. Again, I haven't played this in a while, so I'm probably going to be straight up crusty this game or whatever. But, so from what we know thus far, and again, I kind of just want to dive more into it. We know that there's 100 characters. There's going to be 100 playable characters. And apparently this is, from what I read, again, I could be wrong, but I think this is going to be the final Storm game. And if that's the case, so I guess they're going to wrap up the... maybe the manga will be wrapped up by... Goddamn, I don't even know what I'm doing. Look at that. Like, why am I pressing square? Alright. But yeah, so this is supposedly going to be the final Storm game, which... Well, I'm trying to do combos. Which makes me really wonder... Like, so is this going to be the final Naruto game on the PS3 and Xbox 360? Do they have plans to do another one? And as far as like 100 playable characters, let's be real, like 4 characters alone is gonna, and possibly more. I'm saying 4, but it'll probably be more. Are going to be Naruto and shit. How do you even play this game? So like about anywhere from like 4 to 6 of them are going to be like Naruto, and then another probably 4 to 6 is going to be Sasuke in all his forms. And I really wish they would stop that, because it's like that's not a character by itself. That they need to like realize that. Well, I'm sure they do. They just trying to hype it up because over 100 playable characters. Come on. It's like it's going to be like multiple forms. It's going to be probably little Tenten, older Tenten, little Hinata, older Hinata, and that's probably what they're going to do. And it's like, that's a bit misleading if you're going to call it 100 playable characters, because it's not really 100 different characters. But aside from that, this being the last Storm game, first of all, it feels as though this is Generations 2. And if that is the case, then it's like, well, should just call it Generations 2. But, whatever. Apparently, from what I saw in the scan, it looks as though they're going to fight up to particular points in the manga. Possibly the whole thing, but from what I saw, we got a little bit of a glimpse of pretty much the Naruto and Sasuke combining, working together. A lot of shit that happened in the manga recently. And to be honest with you, it feels as though a lot of this could have been pretty much just additions, like, DLC that later on you can buy as the manga progresses. They could just keep on adding it. They could have just keep supporting Storm 3, or, well, now I guess Full Burst is the ultimate edition of this game. But it's feeling that way, as though, like, this is basically just expansions of the game. And it's like, I don't really know how I feel about that, because I guess, like, with Full Burst, it felt the same, but with Full Burst, I guess it was just giving you all the DLC that they've been charging in one. And I'll probably go into a little bit more of a in-depth thing about Full Burst and why, obviously, I don't have Full Burst right now, in case you can't tell. I don't even know what Full Burst really all looks like. This is just regular Storm 3, which, I mean, in essence, it's the same game, just without all the bells and whistles and additions or whatever. But anyway, my expectations, to be honest with you, I think it's going to be like Generations. There's not going to be no story mode. With Storm 3 story mode, it wasn't like, the most adventurous or whatever. It wasn't like, oh my god, you could do all these things. It was mainly just a stripped down version. I'm really hoping that with Revolutions, they wrap everything up. Like, for me personally, I think with all the content we have, if anything, if this is going to be the final Storm game, then let it be the final game, like, that we have of, like, everything. And, like, give us the entire of what they've done with the Storm in one, if this is going to be the final one. Like, I don't know if Xbox 360 can handle it, but, like, it would be dope if they kind of, like, included everything that they've done story-wise with the Storm games, or at least the Shippuden stuff, because I know it'd be difficult for the new or the older consoles, PS3 and 360. It's crazy to say that, they've kind of been already, like, outdid. But anyway, put all of them in there, so that way we'll have it all. And I mean, if we're going to have 100 playable characters, again, there's most likely going to be like Neji when he was a kid and all that other stuff. And it's like, I think for it to be the finale of the Storm games, just have it all like, you know, have all the content that we've ever seen and put it all together and have it nice. Because I'd imagine what they're planning on doing after Revolutions is either CyberConnect 2 or if another company... I don't think another company is going to get their hands on the Naruto games just because CyberConnect 2 has been very successful with the Naruto games. I mean, outside of Japan, the Naruto games is probably the most popular anime-based game out there. I mean, it sells like 1.5 million copies each game. So I don't think they're going to take away the rights from Naruto or, you know, change publishers from CyberConnect 2. So they're probably working on what I'd imagine is going to be the next Naruto series of games, and it's going to start off with the next-gen consoles with the, you know, PS4 and the 360 or whatever. Crap, I'm really rusty, as you can see. I'm spamming like I've never spammed in my life. But that's my take on the whole Storm Revolutions, because I know for the most part it's going to be like Generations. It's going to be stripped down, no free roam, even though, again, the Storm 3 free roam wasn't all that. Like, the best free roam we've ever had was, to this day, Storm 1. Like, I don't think that we'll have... Well, see, that's the thing. With the upcoming, you know, with the consoles now, the Xbox One and the PS4, they have the technology to not only have the same free roam we had in Storm 1, that massive, like, you know, nice, that you can just jump on buildings and shit. We could also have that, and we could also have, you know, the entire Naruto story from the beginning all wrapped in one for, like, story mode. So we could go from the very beginning when, you know, the swing part, we could go from that to where we're at right now in the manga and even beyond. Who knows what Kishimoto has in store, if he's going to do another spin-off or something, Naruto's Kid or whatever, which is pretty much what a lot of people are hoping for. It's at this point, it's either people want it to end already, they're tired of following it, or they want a spin-off with Naruto's son. They don't want to keep seeing like Naruto's journey, which... Well, by the way, that's getting off topic, but I guess, you know, it's understandable on both sides. I love the series, so I'm fine with whichever way it goes. I wouldn't mind more of it. If it ends, that's fine too. But I think that with Revolutions, just give us, you know, wrap up at least, give us all the Shippuden stuff in the story, and, you know, make the 100 characters at least interesting. It's going to be broken as hell, because just think about it, they're going to have 100 characters. Do you know how broken these characters are going to be? I think they fine-tuned some of the characters in this for full burst. I think, like, they switched Masked Man, so you can't really spam with Masked Man anymore. So, like, they fine-tuned a couple things for this one, but, like, with Revolutions, ooh, it's going to be broken as hell. So, motherfuckers, like, if you thought I was spamming before, I'm going to probably be able to do all sorts of shit in the upcoming game once I get my skills back, because right now, as you can see, I'm terrible. I absolutely suck. I'm just barely getting by playing against the computer. That's bad. But, yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell my thoughts on Revolutions. I pretty much think it's going to be Generations 2. Probably they're going to give us more of what we had from the manga, you know, what we haven't had from the manga, excuse me. And then they're going to, like, you know, probably combine it with, like, they're going to stretch shit out. So, like, the stuff that happened in 599, you're probably going to be able to play through that. And the boss battles are going to be fun as shit, I can tell you that much. I know that. So that's pretty much my thoughts on that. I'm hoping after Revolutions, the next one that they announced for like 2015, I guess, or possibly late 2014, I don't know, would be for the next-gen consoles. And I want all the Naruto story in that, unless the manga's still going, which I really truly believe that 2014 will be the end for the Naruto story. So they'll have all, and then whatever they're going to do with the next-gen consoles, which again, I imagine they're going to fit it all and give us that free roam, that beauty that we all, you know, really want back from Storm 1. That's probably what I think they'll do with the next-gen consoles. But for Revolutions, I think it's just going to be, you know, it is what it is. Broken characters and no free roam. And, yeah, pretty much, you know, adding the parts that... Because, to be honest with you, it sounds like Revolutions from, you know, what they're going to cover. It's like, they're pretty much going to give us, what, 50-something chapters of content? And they're going to try to spread it out. So, in all honesty, it could have been expansions, little by little, into Storm 3. But let me know your take on it. What do you think about Revolutions? First of all, do you think that is actually really going to be the final in the Storm franchise? I know they're going to keep doing Naruto games. Naruto games is going to be like with Dragon Ball Z. You know how Dragon Ball Z has been over for a long-ass time, but we're still getting games. I believe that it's going to be the same thing with the Naruto games, but it's just a matter of like on the next gen, how they're gonna do it. Maybe they'll do like filler stories or whatever. Maybe they'll do filler, some of the filler arcs. They'll put them in the video game or something. I don't know. But just your overall thoughts on that, and what after Storm Revolutions, what type of game do you want with the Naruto franchise? Because again, I'm pretty confident that after the Storm Revolution, there's going to be another one, and even after the manga ends and they have no more story to adapt, they're going to keep going. But that's all I have for this little in-depth discussion regarding Revolutions and what I want to see afterward. Bring it a game. It's no longer a game, people.